G'day guys, welcome aboard episode 3 of Lighthouse Wisdom. My hope was that you're on board on episode 2 where I spoke about the powerful effects of doing mantras in your daily life, and one particularly that I use daily called triple mantra or triple protection mantra. Anyway, so yeah, hopefully you've checked that out. If you haven't, it's there, yeah, feel free to give me some feedback on that. Episode 3, what we're going to talk today about is, well, it's a little bit of a book review, I guess, in some respect. I've just read a book recently on my travels here in Spain, in Europe actually. We're in Spain currently. And it's called The Art of Getting Things Done, The Art of Stress-Free Productivity by David Allen. It's a New York bestseller. And you know, like I said in this episode 2, books choose you. You don't choose books. And this book chose me in Amsterdam. We were living there for a month recently. Now the reason why I like it is Dave goes into great detail on how to effectively manage our to-do lists every day, and that's just one aspect of it. But generally speaking, he is, you know, the moral of the story is basically we have so much downloads that happen through technology, through emails, be it emails, phone, you know, social media, etc., and then not to mention every other channel that we have through communication that comes to occupy our minds every day. And Dave's whole thing is, I mean, he does a lot of coaching corporately all over the world, and his whole vision and what he's actually managed to apply, write in this book for us to apply, is ways that we can more effectively manage these to-do lists, so that we don't have so much time of these things that we need to do occupying our minds, so that we can live more stress-free. You know, because I don't know if it's just me or you, or, you know, I think this is a universal problem where we've got so much coming in now via all these channels that, you know, quite often too much stuff is occupying our minds, so we can't be present. And I've really got a lot of benefit out of applying some of the principles in Dave's book. I haven't even finished it yet because it's quite deep, and it's good to apply everything he's saying. The part that I'm up to is about action and outcome, which I've been implementing, and it's really helping. And essentially, on your to-do list that come through every day, what you want to do, and what he calls it in the book is open loops. So these things that occupy our minds, if we don't get them down and jot them down in a way that that we can easily access, number one, but also curtail in a way that we have sections in our, whether it's on our computer or we're jotting it down on a notebook or whatever, or diaries, of way of curtailing those calls to action, then we're going to have a lot of open loops in our mind, and that's kind of what causes stress. And the idea is to sort of have a lot of things that are completed, and we don't have these open loops of, oh, I forgot to do that, or what was that thing I remembered I need to do, or I need to action that tomorrow. And you know, the most important thing is we're downloading everything that's coming in from all these channels, these mediums of what to do, and put them down in such a way that we can better manage them, so that we can have more free time in our mind to be more present. That's basically the nuts and bolts. So action and outcome, something that I'm implementing at the moment, which is working really well, is that Dave says to look at your outcome first about whatever you need to do, right? And you write down the outcome. So what is the ideal outcome of this job that you need to do, or this task you need to do, and write down the ideal outcome, and then write that outcome, and then write down a list of the next action that you need to do in order to move towards that goal, right? So we look at the outcome first, then we look at the action, and do 2 lists. So, you know, I'll have a list of outcomes here and a list of actions. And even that simple process is helping me divide a lot of these things that I need to do into more of a objective, more of a defined and refined list. It's really helping me move from, okay, what is my ideal outcome here, and what's my next step in order to move to that outcome. And once you've done that next step, you delete it, and then you put your next step in to move towards that outcome. Now, some outcomes, you know, you can easily achieve in one sitting, you know, but some outcomes are kind of a project, or they're more of a short to medium long-term goal or whatever, and that means there's correlated steps to move towards that objective. So that's something I want to share with you today. So in your diary or your to-do list, I've got a Mac Pro, so I put into my notes section there outcomes and actions, and I define those lists appropriately depending on what I need to do each and every day. Now, there's another section to it about deferring. So, you know, once we've written all this stuff down, we can then look at it and go, okay, I don't need to do all that today. I've downloaded everything I need to do that's in my mind, ideas, etc. Write them down, outcome, action, but it doesn't necessarily mean you need to action them today. So you can then potentially defer it and have another list saying deferring to either the next day or whatever, so it's not as important. But the goal here is to download everything that's coming in via all these channels and put them down on paper, whether it's through your computer or through the diary. In that way, we're clearing more space in our mind to be more present. And at the end of the day, the goal is inner peace, isn't it? So we're more available to serve other people, not just scanning our own selves. So there we go, episode 3 for Lighthouse Wisdom. I hope you enjoyed that and you got a lot from it. And look forward to seeing you in episode 4. Bye for now from Barcelona, Spain.